Okay everyone, welcome down to another Swing Quest video, and this is all about slicing the driver. Now, if you are slicing the big stick, don't worry, you are not alone, but hopefully within this video we can help correct that errant ball flight. Now we're going to be doing this by having a look at the swing, yes, but we're going to be having a very simple trick within our setup which you can integrate into your own game to hopefully make you a more accurate driver of the golf ball. Now guys, before we go any further, make sure that you hit the subscribe button on this channel. It will be great to have you as part of this Swing Quest community as we try and better your game. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that bell icon as well so you're notified of when new videos come along. If you ever feel like commenting below as well, please do. If there's any aspect of the game that you're struggling on, we would love to help you out. Now, slicing the golf ball is one of the most common issues that amateur golfers face. But a lot of the time, they try and fix it within the swing when their setup might be to blame. It's amazing what you can do in your setup position to help correct a ball flight which slices. And we are going to be focusing mostly on that setup position. Because we're going to change things, it will alter your overall technique. So even though we're not going to be working on any crazy swing changes, it will have an immediate effect. So some of the common mistakes that you're going to see if you slice the golf ball. Firstly, it's in body alignment. So my target here is the right-hand side fairway on this incredible looking golf hole here at Gold Canyon. This is the Dinosaur Mountain course, obviously. So something I see in lessons, and this might be something you're familiar with as well, if we're trying to hit generally a straight shot, the best way to go is a parallel alignment. Now, parallel alignment is when the club face and the body are synced up. So my target line here is down the right-hand side, and that's where I want my club face to be aiming. And with my body, I want that in parallel alignment. So if you were to imagine a train track or just two lines running in parallel down towards where I want the ball to go. So my feet very rarely aim at the target. They're parallel and to the left for a right-handed golfer. Now what you will see with a lot of people who slice the ball is the shoulder alignment gets out of whack. Because the club normally moves quite aggressively from out to in when golfers slice, it tends to follow what the shoulders are doing. So you'll often see people who slice the golf ball get out of this parallel alignment with their shoulders, moving them more to the left for a right-handed golfer. Now the problem with that, as mentioned, is if the shoulders are open, the club will follow in this direction. And when you get the club moving aggressively over the top and the club face is open to the target, that's where you're going to get that massive slice. Something which correlates to this but can be a separate issue is the ball position being too far forward in the stance. So with a driver, you want the ball position pretty much just inside the lead heel. Now, if you are a slicer of the golf ball, try and make sure that this ball isn't outside the lead foot. What you'll often find is golfers trying to correct a slice will often start moving the ball further forward in the stance. Now, to some players this makes sense. If it's further forward, it gives more time for the club face to shut and to stop that slice motion. But what actually happens is the more the ball moves forward in the stance, the more the club will move out to try and reach it. So in effect, golfers who try and move the ball further forward outside their lead foot are actually causing more of a problem, potentially causing more of a slice. It's a very vicious circle to be in. The last thing that we want to do just within our setup is make sure our grip pressure is nice and relaxed. We don't want to be choking onto this club trying to control the face. A nice relaxed grip can allow the club face to rotate more naturally within the swing. But also, we don't want to be too far away from the ball and we don't want to be too close. We want to be in that Goldilocks zone, just the right distance away. Very simple way of doing this is if you get set up to the ball and just allow your lead hand here to be on the end of the grip as it normally would do. Take your stance and your posture. You want to be tilted over, you want the backside to be pressed out, and you want just enough room in between the grip and your left thigh to wave your trail hand. If you're getting too far away and you've got this massive chasm, you'll know, and if you get too close and you can't get your hand in between that gap, you'll know as well. It's just a very rough guide, but this should get you a nice distance away from the ball. So all of these things on their own can lead to a slice, but if you get somebody who has them all together, then it really can be a cacophony of banana ball flights. But let's have a look at how you can fix them. So as mentioned, swing path will often follow shoulder alignment. So what can we do to try and correct maybe when you've been stood a little bit open? Now this is a drill that you can use, but it's also something that you can integrate within your swing. This is something I've done with lessons as a quick fix, but also something which can be embedded over time. So we've already spoken about these parallel lines down to where my target is in the middle of the fairway. Now, if you're struggling with a slice, so the club moving over in this direction and following where your shoulders are pointing, what we're going to do here is we're going to drop the trail shoulder back, and we're just going to move the right foot back to match. Now what's happened here is my whole alignment has switched to the right of the target line with my body. Now all I'm going to do within this drill is I'm going to try and get the club moving with my body lines. Now you'll see how the club moves away more on the inside on the way back, and it moves more on the inside on the way through. So what should happen here is my ball should set off to the right of my target line and then curve back to the left. In that draw, oh yeah, overdid it. Go, go, go. Oh, just cleared it. Also, a common issue with the shoulders getting too open is that they are in a level position. Now, when you stand to the golf ball, normally your right hand, for a right-handed trail hand, is down from your lead hand. And what that should do is add a little bit of a natural spine tilt into the setup. So if you're getting set up and your shoulders are level, this often causes that alignment out to the left-hand side if you are a right-handed golfer. So with the setup, we've already spoken about this trick we can do, just pulling that right foot back a little bit. How about we also add in spine tilt? So we make sure our right shoulder is lower than our left. And again, this can just help move the club a little bit more from the inside. Oh, that is pounded. Ball position, I think, is probably the easiest one to solve, but we need to make sure that alignment is correct first as far as target line is concerned. Now, the easiest way to do this is just to start behind the golf ball, draw a line from your ball down to where you want the ball to finish, and then just try and pick something in front of the ball that sits on that target line. So when you actually set up to the golf ball, you can point the club face at the intermediate target, and you'll know that it's pointing down to your eventual target line as well. Now, from that position, you stand square to the golf ball. So in that nice parallel alignment, you flare out the lead foot, and then you take a nice big step with the right, about shoulder width apart. And here, your alignment will be pretty much bang on, and your ball position will be bang on as well. So how can you put these together into a drill to help you stop slicing? It's all about routine. It's all about getting set up in the same way. Obviously practice this at a driving range first, but you can do it on the golf course as well. So we've already spoken about target line. We know the intermediate target that we want to aim the club face at. We're going to flare lead foot, take a big step, tilt those shoulders, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pull the right foot for a right-hander and that right shoulder back. So now my club face is still aimed down target line, but my upper body and lower body are aimed to the right of that target line. And then we're going to follow our body alignment with the swing. Oh yeah, that's a proper draw. Now that's something which is very repeatable, and I've got to be honest, I think even a small exaggeration to begin with can feel like a massive change. So try and video yourself while you're doing this, or get somebody to watch you, or lay down alignment sticks on the ground to really give you a sense of the difference between target line, body aim, and how changing body aim can affect swing path. So during lessons in the past, I have used these setup positions to really alter what swing path does, and changes to grip and club face to alter what club face does. But what about a feeling that you can incorporate to really exaggerate what we're trying to do here? Now, a great one to try is just a one-arm swing. Now, you don't need a golf ball for this. In fact, if you're doing this at a driving range when there's members of the public around, I would actively suggest against it to begin with. So I'm just going to set up here to the T-peg. I'm going to go through that routine. I'm going to try and pull that right foot back a little bit, pull that right shoulder, get the tilt. And I'm just going to hold the club with my lead hand. Now what I'm trying to do here is swing back along my body lines until I'm getting around to the top of the swing. It's going to be difficult with one hand. But then what I'm going to try and do is just drop that lead arm down the front of the body and then try and swing the club out to the right hand side. Now the reason that this is important is because it isolates that movement of shallowing the club in the downswing, and combined with this really exaggerated setup position, it can give you the sense of what it's like to come in from a shallow swing position. You can also do this with the trail hand as well, but it does lose a little bit of its effectiveness. Normally within the golf swing, during the downswing, the lead arm is a guide, whilst the trail hand usually adds the power into the end of the swing. So by all means, try it, but I would suggest using the lead arm. Okay guys, a absolutely massive thank you for watching. Wow, these balls really do fly a long way in the desert air. Oh my God, I love it here. It's fantastic. Thanks for watching, guys. Here is a guide of what you've seen in today's video and those drills that you can try. Again, it's a quick fix, but honestly, if you have got into that habit of aiming off to the left-hand side with your body, this can really help correct. And that one-arm swing drill can really get the sensation of what you're doing within the downswing. If you do want to continue your swing quest and watch further videos to continue improving your driving, check these out here.